Welcome to the Haslett Viking Dome for a great matchup between the Haslett Vikings and the Laingsburg Wolfpack. Both teams are coming in at 7-0 with undefeated records, and will look to add to that. And Haslett coming over the win against Stockbridge, and this is Ryan Rutherford and Paul Kraus announcing. Paul, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Ryan. How you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. Yes. And that was Ben Murray asking me how I feel, because last night in intramural basketball, I took a brutal hit to the male parts, and it didn't feel good.
Now time for the national anthem, Ryan.
So we should take our headsets off, shouldn't we? In respect for our country and all.
Exactly.
Good call, Paul. So we're back, and there's Coach Porritt trying to lead his team today to 8 wins. And Paul, which players do you think that we should be looking out for today?
Well, Ryan, Ryan Walker is a great team leader, and last game he had an excellent game, almost a quadruple double. And Joe Kinney, the leading scorer, Smokin' Joe, as he lights up the court with his flaming jump shot, would be another one to watch out for, along with the Twin Towers, Greg Messing and Luke McKenna. And Mark Williams, a strong junior.
And for Laingsburg, John Cheney, a guy who used to go to Haslett here. He spent his freshman year in Haslett and then moved on to Laingsburg. And from my experience, he was not good at basketball at all. I beat him thoroughly when I played him, but yeah, it looks like he's really improved his game from then. I don't know, unless they just let people who aren't very good on the team, which that might be the case.
I don't know, Ryan. It seems that Laingsburg has their own Twin Towers of their own. James Rude and David Williams coming both in at around 6'8". That's pretty tall.
And as you can tell by his name, he is quite rude to his opponents, just knocking their shots out of his house. He's been doing it all year.
Here goes the shirts into the crowd.
And the shirts, starting to be a new tradition here in Haslett, that one of the players taking off their warm shirts and throwing them to the crowd.
Laying down the law tonight, we have the officials, Eric Van Havel, Mike Dunlap, and Mark Ditzworth.
And that's Eric Van
Havel.
Havel?
Havel, correct, Ryan.
Okay.
That's
Eric
him right
Van
out front.
Havel. And it's Luke McKenna will be tipping against, can you see that? Can you get a number on that guy? Against number 55, James Rude. And Luke McKenna.
Luke McKenna rather rude to James Rude as he takes the tip away, Ryan.
Yeah, but Laingsburg able to get the ball back. And Luke didn't really tip it to anyone in particular. From my angle, looked that way. He probably had some idea of who he was passing to in his mind.
I'm sure he did, Ryan. Luke always has a good idea of what he's doing.
Yeah, he's a pretty bright guy from my experience. Always coaching me in volleyball class and telling me some tips. And I really came along in my volleyball game because of him. And he's also quite the volleyball player, too.
Seems we have a travel here by Laingsburg.
Yeah, the early turnovers, not a good sign if you're a Wolfpack faithful.
One thing great to see all the fans out here. This looks more like a Friday night game than a Tuesday night game. And in fact, this game is in competition with the Michigan State game versus Indiana tonight. But it seems like everyone's coming out to support their Vikes tonight, Ryan.
Well said there, Paul. And the Laingsburg brought quite a good-sized crowd. It's almost the same size as the Haslett crowd. They've just brought so many people, and they have their own standing student section of their own. As Williams 3 is off the mark.
Looks like it's Poritz Posse versus the rabid Wolfpack fans, Ryan. See who can win this one out. Since Haslett's so good in choir, I'm sure we have the loud advantage over the Wolfpack.
Yep, definitely. It's going to be Haslett's ball, and you have to wonder if Joe Kinney will be as hot as he was in his last game against Stockbridge when he had 24 points.
Well, I talked to Joe at lunch today, and Joe seems pretty confident about tonight. He says they just got to keep giving him the open three, and he'll knock it down.
And I trust that he will if he continues to play like he did that night. Williams knocking down the shot. What a play by Mark Williams. Nice, sound, stellar jump shot for him, and has us on the board first. Like I said before, this is a non-conference game, and I said it incorrectly. Laingsburg is not 7-0, rather 4-2, but are still a very good team. And I was getting confused because the JV team in Laingsburg is 7-0. Or it might even be 4-3. I'm not quite sure, but At
any rate, they're here.
Yeah, they're here in Haslett, and yeah, and they brought a lot of fans with them, and that's about all that I know. Nice drive for Ryan Walker, and he will put a line to shoot two.
Looks like some foul play by the Wolfpack, Ryan.
Yeah, most teams do foul play once in a while. It's just part of the game. And the refs have taken interest in that and called the fouls that are necessary. And he's able to convert on the first one. A great foul shot shooting night against the Stockbridge Panthers. And a good start here today against Laingsburg. Shooting them out 4-0 early on.
Looks like Wolfpack's getting a little aggressive here, Ryan.
Nice move to the hole, and it's
Dan Leonard off the mark.
Leonard,
not once, not twice,
Greg
but 3
Messing.
times.
The other twin tower. And it's Kinney for 3, and he hits.
Smoking Joe again with the open 3, just like he said.
He is very sound on the three-pointers, and a 7-0 lead right off the bat for the Vikes.
Looks like Joe just might be the spark waiting to ignite this Viking team tonight, Ryan.
And the 3-ball won't go down, and it's Luke McKenna with the rebound. Looking down court, finds Williams. Good footwork by Messing, but it's Luke McKenna with the offensive board, and he makes them pay.
One tower to the other, Ryan. Wolfpack forced to call timeout. And you know when that happens early, it means they're in trouble.
Yeah, they have dug themselves in a hole early, but they have great three-point shooters on this Laingsburg team. And when that happens, you know that you're never out of it. And it's the desire on the back of the Laingsburg shirts.
Signifying something.
Yeah. Signifying that their coach wants them, and it's...
Here's the replay here with Greg Messing.
Messing down there, he...
Looks like a pass to Luke McKenna as he converts with the basket.
I think that was more than likely a shot, but we can say it's a pass.
I'm sure if you ask Greg, he'd say it's a pass.
Because we all like Greg, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was on my volleyball team today, and just me and him. A two-man team was able to pick up a W. Yep.
Excellent work, Ryan.
Thanks.
I don't know what happened there. It looked like Andy Hatches threw that one right to the wall.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Looked like it was some kind of trick play that never got off the ground.
Yeah, these are kids out there. You got to expect that they will make a few brain farts here and there. And McKenna wide open under the basket is able to convert, and it's 11-0. And with every basket, they're digging Laingsburg into more and more of a hole. And it's a three ball, and it's no good. Same team, guys, same team, and they travel.
Walker not happy about that one, right?
Yeah, Walker and McKenna both coming down with the ball. And then we're going to see a replay.
Luke McKenna.
McKenna underneath. Down court, it's the touchdown pass to Williams will go incomplete and back to Laingsburg.
Well, Ryan, it seems the Wolfpack are going to have to pick up their play if they want to stay in stride with the Haslett Viking attack here tonight.
Yeah, they'll definitely have to do that, and they need to knock down the outside shots.
So far, the Haslett defense is allowing nothing.
Wolfpack looking to be chased out of their dens here early on. And Butler on the board. And it's Walker with a three ball, won't go for him, and it's, the behind the back pass from Walker to Shively underneath. And they're gonna call it.
The circus pass. Shively seems to have walked.
Yeah, the great pass though from Walker, and Shively unable to convert. And here's Laingsburg's first basket. And that one will go for Schramm. Joe Schramm of Laingsburg, number 44. And the pass telegraphed perfectly by Walker, and it's a 2-on-1. Williams will take it in himself, and they call a charge on the play.
Sure, Walker's not happy about that call either, Ryan.
Yeah, probably not, even though it was his teammate, Mark Williams, who was charged with the charge. But Laingsburg has to be somewhat of a confidence booster to be on the scoreboard.
Well, good thing it's not a full moon, Ryan.
Good thing.
We might have some werewolves on our hands.
I'm not sure, but if you say it probably isn't. It's really, really hot in here. Just all the people in here. When you're in here in gym class, it's cold.
Here's the replay where Williams knocked over the Laingsburg fellow.
I think that was the right call by the official. Probably should have given up to Shiley on the play. And Walker strung to the hole, but won't convert. A 9-point lead for Haslett early on. First quarter, 2:40 to play.
Peter Markula with the shot.
Won't fall. Williams, and they're gonna call a foul against Laingsburg as the defender did not have his feet set.
As Williams plowed him over like a snow truck through the snow.
Well said, Holly. And we do have that has a Viking number, but there is a basketball arena that's named after my friend Kraus. It's the Pauley Pavilion in Los Angeles, where UCLA plays, as Greg Messing with the nice soft touch.
The tower's off to a good start, Ryan.
And in more action from the towers is Messing with the interception underneath, and has the ball. It's an 11-point lead. Nick Shively with the three-pointer. He can stroke that for a big man. And it is 16-2. Laingsburg is going to have to do something here to stop this Haslett run.
That reminded me of a Nick Shively touchdown pass from the football season, Ryan.
Yeah, it was with the long range and all.
Shively fresh off a win in government in the mock elections.
Really?
Second hour, he won the primaries.
Well, good job for him. Well, Laingsburg, they've got absolutely nothing to go down low to the towers down low. James Rude, who is being shut down by Messing, and Messing is the one who is being rude to James Rude this evening. And it's Alex Williams. This Haslett team must get 30 turnovers a game. They just, seems like half of the other team's possession are all turnovers. And it's Messing.
You'd have to say that Haslett's defense is like a pack of kleptomaniacs, Ryan.
Yes, you would, Paul.
They're just always stealing the ball.
Most of these kids more than likely former shoplifters at one time.
I don't know about that, Ryan.
Yeah, me neither. It just sounded good, I thought. But it turned out it didn't really sound that good after all. And
I'm sure the most they've stolen is their cookies from their grandmother's cookie jar.
Yep. That, I wouldn't say that they're that innocent, as Walker throws the ball out of bounds.
And here comes Andy Hatt trying to get something happening for the Wolfpack.
Trying to...
Oh!
Hatt trying to pull out a trick, but couldn't find the rabbit that he wanted to, and Haslett gets the ball back.
Alex Williams took that charge and seemed to be smiling a big smile as he came down the court.
I know the game is over and done right now, but in the Michigan State-Indiana game, it's 31-28 at halftime. By now, you'll know the winner.
When this game is broadcast.
Yeah. More than likely, you're not watching this live, probably because we don't film it live. And Mark Williams with a trifecta, and it's 21-2 after one quarter, and Laingsburg is going to have a golly of a time trying to come back into this one.
Seems like the Vikings have chased the Wolfpack back into the woods.
Yep, never to be seen again.
And the Viking fans are on their feet. You can hear the rumble.
Yep, they are rumbling. They are into the game. Not a good sign. This is a total disaster for Laingsburg to start. They need to just regroup and stick to the game right now because it's only after the first quarter. And Greg Mitchell, you have to wonder what he's saying to his troops. And there's the Viking crowd. See a few Ports Posse shirts there, Paul.
That's correct, Ryan.
And I also saw Shea Alawafe. Haven't seen him in a while.
It seems he's visiting our school again.
And that's good to see, because I'm a big Shea fan.
I'd have to say I'm a Shea fan myself, Ryan. Glad to see all the fans on their feet.
There's Williams. We didn't see the ball go in the hole, but trust me, the ball went in the hole.
Luke McKenna to start the second quarter. Into Ryan Walker.
Williams, and he scores again, and it's a 21-point game. And right now, I don't see Laingsburg having a chance.
Looks like Williams shot smooth like butter, Ryan.
He was definitely thinking butter on the play. And Luke McKenna with the steal, and he goes coast to coast and will shoot 2 shots at the foul line.
Sure, Luke saw the jammin' slammin' glory, but he was tripped up by Laingsburg's fouling Wolfpack, Ryan.
Yep, they're a foul group. These Wolfpack already, they've dealt out 6 on the Vikes, and the Vikes have only had 3 fouls called on them. And I would also like to add that I have my glasses now, so I can see the players a lot better.
Well, I'm sure glad you have your glasses, Ryan.
Yeah, me too. But the thing is, when I wear them more and more, my vision gets worse and worse. I need that laser eye surgery or something. That sounded good to me right now. And Luke did not make good on his first, but he will get another opportunity. That's the good thing about foul shots. They get the second opportunity. And he makes good on that. So a 24-2 trouncing of the Wolfpack.
Reminded me very much of Friday night when they dealt with Stockbridge very readily, Ryan.
Yeah, they almost scored 100 points there. I don't think they'll do that tonight either, but this is a scoring machine. Oh, he leans into the fenders to get a foul.
Joe Kinney fouled on the 3-point shot.
No, I think that might have been on a 2-point shot. He leaned into him, and he went inside of the perimeter to get a 2-point shot, but a good job of using the defenders there and getting to the line. Where Haslett is 3 out of 4 on the day. And whoosh.
Smokin' Joe knocks it down. What a look of intimidation. Look at that fearsome face, Joe. Scaring the Wolfpack out of their socks. He's ready for action. Converts again.
Make that 5 out of 6 from the line for Haslett today. They played a near perfect game. This is definite Haslett basketball, what's going on now.
This is what we like to see, Ryan. Even with Laingsburg's big men, they don't seem to be getting inside until that play.
And there's Joe Schramm going past Luke McKenna and Greg Messing, and that right there proves the Vikings are just tough. I don't know what Laingsburg needs to do. I would say go for threes right now because they're down 24 points. They can't trade off twos because they know that Haslett's gonna score. And there's Mark Williams proving that point right there.
That's right. Another timeout called by Laingsburg coach Greg Mitchell. This means they're really in trouble, Ryan, with Haslett having a 24-point lead. And here's that replay.
And here's Williams able to get back after the basket and turn 2 Laingsburg points into 2 Haslett points. And Laingsburg right now cannot afford to trade off baskets in this game.
Well said, Ryan. If they're going to do anything, they got to go for the big scoring points. That means outside the arc.
Yes, they're going to definitely need to work the perimeter, set a few picks, and need to get things going. Also, they have to limit the turnovers and cause Haslett turnovers, but I just don't see that happening right now. I see this lead for Haslett just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and going up.
One problem with Laingsburg shooting threes, they forget we have Joe Kinney, the three-point machine.
He can deliver the invitation right back at you. Oh, pass too high and
into the crowd.
Wow, that was dangerous because, like you all know, he is the quarterback for the Haslett Vikings, and you could tell the heat on that ball just coming in, and the crowd could have killed someone.
Just like last game, Ryan, when the ball almost struck us down.
Yep.
It's a dangerous job here.
I like to live dangerously.
Well said, Ryan.
And then McKenna's gonna take a 3, and he's gonna hit it.
McKenna.
This boy can do it all.
They just think he's a tower, but wait till he gets outside and strikes him down with his lightning bolt 3.
I hope that the college scouts are watching this game. He is your all-around package.
Looked to be that Alex took a charge on that one, but the official says no way.
No way, Jose. And there's McKenna outside, wide open. Big mistake. Makes him pay.
That has got to be putting down the confidence of the Wolfpack when the tallest guy in your team can shoot a tray like that.
And there's really not much you got to say about that field except for booyah, Grandma, booyah. And the 3 is gonna go. And that's Mark Barber, we saw his brother play earlier. And Shively killing him down low. I don't think has had a bad offensive possession as they lead at 33-9 with 4:23 to play in the first half.
Shively goes to the line.
Shively, quite a powerful force. And he is their team's captain, as you saw.
Actually, one of 3 captains, Ryan. We have Ryan Walker and Alex Williams are the other captains.
And something messes this up because they're supposed to be co-captains.
Oh, co-captains.
Yeah. Whoever, that captain, it should have a co in front of it. Whoever did this made me say something incorrect, so it was not my fault.
It's all right, Ryan.
Yeah. It doesn't make me happy.
Uh-oh, you can just taste the fear in the Wolfpack's mouth as Joe Kinney enters the game, ready to smoke him with another 3.
Laingsburg trying to say, open up the door, little pigs, or I'll blow your house down, but Haslett with a kettle of boiling water sitting beneath the chimney, waiting for the Wolfpack to come and burn themselves so they can run back into the forest like a wounded animal.
Very well said, Ryan. You can hear the Haslett crowd chanting air ball.
And the main reason for that is because I forgot which player it was who airballed it, but that's usually why we do the airball call. And Alex Williams wide open, and he's off the mark, but McKenna, the tremendous height enables him to get the rebound and turn it into more points for the Vikings.
McKenna having quite a game in this first half, Ryan.
Yeah, he's a great player. And the arid pass, Haslett is gonna get the ball back.
Looks like Andy Hett was mad at the Haslett High School crowd. He threw it right at him.
Well, I see how he could be there in an
And they're booing
intimidating bunch. No, they're not big Andy Hett fans here in Haslett. At least most of them who are in the student section are not. And you could hear the call, Nudes, that is the nickname of Luke McKenna.
A new thing I've been noticing, Ryan, when Haslett's on defense, they seem to yell in their opponent's face to make them nervous.
And it is, and that's Alex Williams.
Alex Williams.
Just
Great
causing more and more turnovers and fading them into more and more points. This is what I said, how Laingsburg is not going to be able to come back with this team. It's got to be that.
Alex Williams trying to save the ball, but he was out of bounds. Seems like the Wolfpack have a thorn in their paw, Ryan.
Well said, Paul, and they are playing like it, playing like a wounded animal.
Or perhaps they were caught in a wolf trap. The Vikings ready to take their pelt and wear it into battle.
And Pescado, the intimidating force for Haslett, is now in the game.
Pescado, quite a linebacker in football, too.
Yeah, a big, strong, powerful guy, and has the great height, too.
James Root had quite a height advantage on Shively, but Shively said, no way, Jose, as he ripped the ball down.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me, that was messy.
Yeah, I don't think it's shy because he's not in the game right now.
Yeah.
Oh, well corrected there, Paul, and ooh.
Maybe I could use your glasses for a second, Ryan.
Okay, here you go, Paul.
Thanks, Ryan.
Oh, geez, I can't see a thing.
Well, at least I can see.
Here, I need him back. Okay.
All right, here you go.
Okay. And Laingsburg has the ball with 2:10 to go in the half. 39-9 is the score. Delivering the smackdown on the Wolfpack. They led by 19 after one. They lead by 30 now. If they win by less than 40, I'd be surprised with which way they're playing now. But more than likely, the same team will not be playing in the second half. And it is Ryan Walker with the rebound. And it's Zach Smith for three off the mark. Pescado's attempt at the rebound will not be good, and it goes to Marculia, Petter Marculia, that is. Schramm has 6 points in this game.
That's about half their points. That's more than half their points, Ryan.
Yeah, but it's not a lot of points. Haslett probably has 4 or 5 players who can match his.
Well said.
Today, and it's 41-11, still a 30-point lead, and we're under a minute to play in the first half here in the Haslett Viking Dome. And there's Referee Mike Dunlap doing a solid job. And it's inside to Messing, and unable to convert, but getting the ball back up again. And James Rude with the rebound.
Very rude to Messing on that play, Ryan. It's a scramble for the ball, and Joe travels. Don't see that very often.
Yeah, but no big deal. 30-point game. And in Haslett, we don't like to tolerate nasty comments like that. And Haslett will get the ball back with 16.4 to play.
I'm thinking they should go for a three-pointer on this play, Ryan. To send the Wolfpack whimpering back into their cave. And that's exactly what they do, and Joe Kinney
a rare miss for him, and with 0.3 seconds left, it's going to be Haslett's ball, and all you can do with 0.3 seconds left is tip the ball. You cannot catch it.
That defies the laws of physics to catch it, Ryan.
Yep. And at halftime, it is Haslett 41, Laingsburg 11. And Haslett just has played a great first half, as you can see him go into the locker room. And I'm sure that Coach Port is very pleased, and that is the
41.
Score.
That's the wrong score there.
And
please stay tuned for the second half. Starting the second half, we have Haslett leading 41-11. Starting the second half, Haslett is up 41-11, and they have just been pounding the Wolfpack of Laingsburg as Luke McKenna inbounds the ball to Ryan Walker. Looks to be quite a rout, Ryan.
Yeah, it was just a total domination in the first half, and Haslett trying to continue that in the second. And the three-pointer won't go, and a foul inside on Haslett.
Looks like Steve Strauss will be shooting two. Haven't seen his name before.
No, but it does sound kind of like Paul Krause, though.
Steve Strauss, Paul Krause, could be, right?
So you should feel an automatic connection to this guy, I would think.
Not really, Ryan. He's on the wrong team, wearing the wrong colors in the wrong Viking Dome tonight.
That's the answer I wanted to hear. And Walker with the ball. Gives it to Williams. And steal by Laingsburg, and trying to chip away at a massive lead for Haslett.
Foul number 14 on his first. Second team foul.
And Laingsburg in the second half, well, I think the game is about done, but they could get the younger guys in here, get some positive playing time.
It's always good to get some experience, Ryan.
And you got to think that the Haslett junior lineup will also be getting some playing time.
I'm sure they will.
And Coach Greg Mitchell talking to the referee about something. I'm not sure what it is, but Laingsburg inbounds the ball anyway. And Nick Shibley there for the steal. And it's Ryan Walker with the ball, and McKenna makes him pay.
Nothing you can do about Luke McKenna, Ryan, if you're Laingsburg.
Yep, well said, Paul. And there's a three-pointer, and it's going to go for Steve Strauss. No, and he has no relation to my friend here, Paul Kraus.
No relation at all, Ryan.
Even though you almost have the same last name, that's
There's about
neat.
one letter that's the same, Ryan. Maybe two.
Oh. Well, it's the way it comes out, not the way it's spelled, Paul.
All right.
Nice moves, but it's going to be because Schramm traveled.
Righteous call by the official there, Ryan.
And Nick Shibley with a clutch jumper.
Nick Shibley.
Nice steal by Mark Williams.
Kind of seemed to slip there as he was called for the travel. Something you might not know, Ryan. Over the halftime, I have found Joe Kinney's warm-up, and I am now wearing it. It's a little sweaty, but it'll do.
Oh, wow, Paul. You must feel like you're on fire now.
I do, Ryan. I'm very hot inside this little warm-up.
It's pretty warm in here, too. The combination of wearing his warm-up and it being hot in here, it's a killer combination.
Not just the heat, Ryan, but the Vikings are on fire, stomping the Wolfpack by a 30-point lead right now.
And just as you say that, one of the door has opened up, and I feel a cool breeze now.
Well, it seems that someone was thinking the same thing that we were. Oh, and there we are, Ryan. Let's wave to the camera. And it's Joe Kinney's warm-up I'm wearing.
Oh, yeah. He can hit from that range.
A holding call. Seems something reminiscent of football season, Ryan.
In holding on the offense. I don't know what that's all about.
Foul number 33, Leonard. Second personal.
The pace of this game has slowed down. As of course you all know right now, it's a brutal dominated game by Haslett.
Nick Shively in line for the Vikings.
Not much else to say.
Steve Strauss in the Laingsburg lineup.
And he can convert on the 7, so 6 out of 8 as a team today. That's 75%. And the shot inside is going to go for Mike Woodward.
Steve Strauss.
It was Woodward, the announcer over there was incorrect.
Oh. Our eagle eye sight has made us able to see many plays. Funny that you should mention free throw shooting, Ryan. I remember last game, Coach Porritt said that he was really focusing on that on practice, and
yeah, he was.
You can see
That's
the results of that.
And it's definitely paying off right now.
Seems the crowd has quieted down.
Yeah, they have, because it's out. Much of the Laingsburg students have also sat down. Because of course it is a 30-point blowout.
Luke McKenna there with the save. Inbounding to Andy Hatt of Laingsburg. Oh, now our crowd's in it.
Foul number 22, Walker. Third personal. Third team foul.
Walker with 3. Alex Williams coming in for him.
Strong rebound there by Greg Mess.
And followed by an excellent out-of-my-house block by Luke McKenna.
Foul number 30, Williams, second personal. Fourth team foul for Haslett.
And this quarter going by fairly fast. And Haslett has not increased their lead to much more than 30, and the starters all still in the game.
Another excellent call by official Mike Dunlap. Haslett seems to know they have control of this game, and they're slowing down just a bit. Ryan Ford getting in the game, and it seems the crowd is very happy about this.
Ford, a stellar performer for the Vikings.
For the Vikings, Ryan Ford.
And it is Greg Messing inside.
And that one goes for Petter Markula. Oh, it says Petter on our sheet. It is Peter.
Yeah. Well, I thought that too. It's Petter, you know.
Looks like a typo.
Yep.
Here's the replay of that excellent shot by Messing. Messing from outside. Nice.
Ford, nice rebound by him. And Messing gets hacked underneath.
Seems that the Wolf Pack have whipped out their claws and are fouling again, Ryan.
Yeah, but the Vikings today have filed those nails down to almost nothing.
By the end of this game, I'm sure the Wolf Pack will have no nails at all to scratch our Vikings with.
I'll guess not. One more coming up from Messing. With 2:11 to play in the third quarter.
Our crowd has seemed to have lulled into a little bit of relaxation there.
Oh, very comfortable lead for Haslett.
Messing very nonchalantly knocks down those two, and Haslett's free throw shooting is still excellent right now.
Yeah, 8 out of 10 for 80%. Not too many teams are going to beat Haslett when they're shooting like that at the line. And Haslett is in a position where even if they weren't shooting good, they would still be up by a huge margin.
Very correct, Ryan.
Shadley going for the block there, doesn't get it.
Luke did not see that ball come.
Laingsburg maintains. And Kinney with the rebound.
The no-look pass to Shively. In the words of Greg Messing, they scrap for the ball, and Laingsburg gets it because of an out-of-bounds call.
The tone of the game has definitely slowed down quite a bit in this quarter. Just not the intensity, and you don't want to embarrass your opponents because it puts you on bad terms with other schools.
That's true, Ryan. Always got to be good sports here. And here's that replay of the no-look pass to Shively, beautifully done by Joe Kinney.
Mark Williams for Haslett.
And what a drive there by Andy Hett. Pulled another one out of the hat, and 2 more points for Laingsburg.
But Pescado comes right back and gets fouled.
Foul number 44. Schramm. First personal, 15 foul. Jeremy Pescado line for Vikings. Chris Johnson for Laingsburg.
Pescado looks like an old pro, draining both of those with confidence.
Haslett moving the ball nicely. And an update from the Michigan State-Indiana game. Of course, you know with the outcome is, but at 60-57, Indiana with 26 seconds left. And the Spartans have the ball.
Well, keep us updated, Ryan. I'm very apprehensive about that game.
Foul
Looks like the Laingsburg bench is a little bit downcast over there. Joe Kinney with the alley-oop to Mark Williams, and it doesn't fall. Foul on Laingsburg as Mark Williams will shoot 2.
2 shots coming up for Laingsburg. And, or Mark Williams, excuse me.
A rare miss for Haslett's free throw shooting. Ryan. And Pescado's half-court shot almost falls. Well, Ryan, after 3, it looks like Haslett is just sending the Wolfpack away back to Laingsburg.
Yep, they have coasted the whole way and have a big lead.
Seems like it's time to relax for this Haslett Viking team, and they deserve it. Haslett, #1 in the ICL, I believe, Ryan. It looks like they're going to be moving up in the state rankings yet again.
Yep, they're currently ranked 8th in the state and look to improve on that ranking tonight. With a huge win over a very good Class C team for Laingsburg. They're a good Class C team.
Oh, Laingsburg, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Strauss with a miss there. And Haslett scraps for it. And Shibley comes up with it. He is just hammered by the Laingsburg, but he'll go to the line and shoot a couple.
Foul number 3, half, the second 18th foul. Nick Shibley at the line for the Vikings.
Shibley drains the first one.
Great foul shot shooting tonight by the Vikes.
Cavanaugh drained the second one as well, as Mark Hopwood into the game and Luke McKenna, Ian Randall, and Zach Smith. Throwing in the reserves now, Ryan. Time for the juniors to get some playing time. We have a travel on Laingsburg. It seems that Michigan State is doing something well by the expression of Ryan's face right now. Ryan, would you like to update us? Pass to Ford.
They, and Haslett with the juniors out here, plus Luke McKenna. And Ian Randall is gonna hit the three.
Haslett just having their way with the Wolfpack now. They had multiple offensive rebounds right there, and they just threw that one out to Randall, who converted on the tray. Oh, and Mike Woodworth thinks he's gonna come back, and Hopwood to the lane.
Hopwood.
And with 6:12 to go, it's a 38-point lead. And the all-junior lineup is in for the Haslett Vikings.
The junior crowd over there really happy about this junior lineup coming in the game. You can hear them cheering.
And Hopwood is at the line. And Hopwood is able to connect on both. And now Michigan State and Indiana are going into OT. Tie at 62. A barn burner there, and not much of a barn burner here as Haslett is up by 40 points.
Looks like that rule again, Ryan. The clock is running once you're up by 40 points.
Yep, the clock is going. And as long as they maintain this 40-point lead, it'll stay going.
Haslett just cleaning up the boards here.
Zach Smith to the right. Jason Butler to the Wolfpack.
There's Will Feedwell with the ball.
And foul play on Laingsburg yet again. They just can't seem to keep out of foul trouble as they have 10 fouls now to Haslett's 4 in the second half, Ryan.
And then the refs, of course, will not tolerate this foul play, and foul shots are awarded. And it is Will Feedwell at the line.
Gravity was not good to Will there, but he'll see if he can get it to drop next time.
Headed up there, just couldn't get the touch.
Good for Will Feedwell.
Haslett's defense really pressing right now, even in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's been stifling, and they're not about to lay off that.
These juniors are really pumped to be in the game, and they're going to show Coach what they can do.
And at the line, it's David Williams, one of the twin towers for this Laingsburg squad. Williams and Rude are the twin towers.
They're no match for Greg Messing and Luke McKenna, right?
Oh, no.
Not a chance. the Ports Posse getting a little angry over there.
Yeah, they're not happy in under 3 minutes.
Here comes a fast break for Haslett.
Getting the transition going, Piscato gets clobbered and he will shoot too.
This Laingsburg team just can't stay out of trouble. They just keep hacking away at these Vikings.
Foul number 34, Carter, second personal. Piscato with the line for the Vikings, shooting 2 shots.
And Piscato makes good on the first. He'll get one more. Clock's still running. 1:40 left.
Goal goes good for Piscato. Brian Ford in the lineup.
68-27 now. Ryan Haslett just hammering these poor Wolves who are screaming for mercy at this point.
But how can you show mercy? Because every lineup that Coach Port puts in here is going to be good and dominate their opponents.
Haslett
And that's
seems to have
John Cheney, as you saw, with the 3. And we all know Cheney. I even wrote a song about him in his days here at Haslett.
Would you like to sing us that song, Ryan?
I would if I had a copy here, but I don't have that for you.
Seems that Haslett has relentless energy in this 4th quarter, not letting up on the Wolfpack, who seem a little bit dog-tired, if you know what I mean, Ryan.
We're under 40 seconds now.
Foul number 50, Ford, is second. 16 foul for the Vikings.
Ford seems a little too happy about that foul.
We're definitely killing them.
And inside, gonna be Williams converting. And what a play down the lane by Mark Haslett, and that will end the game. 70-29 will be the final. And this total domination, they win the game by 41. They dominated every single aspect of the game.
That's right, Ryan, and we're Ryan Rutherford, and this is myself, Paul Kraus. Thanks for watching, and thanks to our director, Jamie Briggs, and advisor, Brian Town. This has been a production of TV 25.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed our broadcast.